Hello, on 24 in the Serie A division out in Italy, really heating up in Italy there as the three-horse title challenge continues with Inter Milan, Juventus and Lazio all separated by just 1 point for these three sides. So let's take a look on what happened on week 23 of matches. Starting off with Bologna against Roma. Bologna won that game 3-2. Goal scorers for Verona includes Oslanini and Barrow scored a couple. For Roma, we had Denzel with an own goal and Mkhitaryan on the score sheets. Coscini got sent off in the 80th minute as well too there for Roma. 20 to 12 shots for them and 8 to 4 on target. Atalanta picked up a 2-1 victory over Fiorentina. Fiorentina scored first with Chester in the 32nd minute. Zabeta and Malavinsky scoring for Atalanta in their comeback victory. 8 to 5 shots for Fiorentina, but 5 to 4 on target for Atalanta. Sampdoria got a 3-1 victory away from home over Torino. Torino scored their first goal 55 minutes in with Simone third eye, and then Ramirez scored a couple of goals for Sampdoria, and Izzo got sent off for Torino. In between those spells in the 77th minutes and the third goal for Sampdoria also coming in the 79th minutes with Cagilari. Verona picked up a surprising 2-1 victory over Juventus there, coming from behind as well too. Ronaldo scored his 10th goal in 10 games, or at least scoring in 10 consecutive games there for Juventus, scoring a little bit more than 10 goals, I believe, in the 65th minutes, but unfortunately he was unable to help his sides get a victory in the end there, as defensive-wise, not so great. Bologna in the 76th minutes and Pizzini in the 80th minutes got a nice, surprising victory for Verona. So they're doing really well after being promoted last season. 7 to 15 shots and 5 to 3 on target for Verona, so definitely deserves the victory here. Sassuolo got a 2-1 victory over Spal, also coming from behind. So the week of comebacks in Serie A had Bonifaci in the 24th minute for Spal before Capirio 65th minute penalty kick and the 90th minute winner from Boga. 22 to 11 shots and 9 to 3 on target for Sassuolo. Brescia and Udinese was a 1-1 draw. Two very late goals in this match. Firstly, in the 81st minute, were by Soli for Brescia, and then for Udinese, it was the Paul in the 92nd minute. 25 to 8 shots and 7 to 5 on target for Udinese. The most surprising game of the week's matches was Leece's 3-2 win over Napoli. A couple of goals scored from Lapadula and then Milik on the score sheet for Napoli. Kozu scored the other goal for Leece, and Calajon the other goal there for Napoli. 25 to 15 shots for Napoli, 10 to 7 on target for Leece. Genoa got a 1-0 victory over Cagilari with Pandev in the 43rd minute being the winning goal in this match. 13 to 10 on the shots and 5 to 4 on target for Genoa. Lazio were 1-0 victors over Parma. Cagilari in the 41st minute. 23 to 19 on the shots and 5 to 4 on target. And the final match being a big derby match for the Milan clubs. Inter Milan playing against AC Milan. Inter Milan winning that game of 4-2 after being 2-0 down at half time, with Webeck in the 40th minute and Ibrahimovic and Sloboshan with the first half, but great fight back spirit shown by them with Sovic, Bizano, Duvic and Lukaku on the score sheet. 17 to 16 shots for AC Milan, but 7 to 2 on target for Inter Milan. And how I got on with all those matches mentioned there, including Lazio's catch-up game against Verona, which also Verona did really well in that game, getting a 0-0 draw. So defeating Juventus and holding Lazio, really great results for them. But overall, not really good results for me personally, because I only managed to get 3 points out of 11 games. And those include Atalanta against Fiorentina, got spot on with a 2-1 victory. Also had Lazio's victory over Parma correct. And the Sassuolo Spal game spot on as well too, with Sassuolo winning 2-1. But yeah, the other matches, I went for Lazio to beat Verona. Went for a draw between Roma and Bologna. Bologna picking up a surprise victory. I went for a draw between Torino and Sampdoria. Sampdoria coming through. Went for Juventus, but well done to Verona. I also went for Brescia instead of a draw against Udinese. Went for Cagilari instead of Genoa. And went for Napoli over Leece. Leece 14-1 odds. They managed to overturn this, so wonderful draws for them. And I went for a draw of the Milan derby. So now we're on to week 24 of matches. So I'll go for the hit records since 2005 using the possibleweekpoint.com website. And then I'll give the odds for each of the matches and my score predictions as well too. So feel free to join in and leave your own thoughts and predictions in the comment section below, so I can check them out and see if you can do better than me. And then I'll go over them for the week 25 of matches if you are interested. So starting off with Leece against Spal, 1 win each. Last year's games with Leece winning 3-1 away from home and Spal winning 5-1 at home. Odds for this game, $2.10 for Leece, $3.40 for the draw, $3.30 for Spal. On the table, Leece all the way down at 17th place, 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 matches. While for Spal in bottom spot, 20th, just the 1 win in the past 5 games. This game here going to favour the home team to get a 3-2 victory. Next game is Bologna and Genoa. 9 wins for Bologna, 7 wins for Genoa, and 7 draws. Bologna 2 wins and 3 draws in the past 6 matches. Odds for this match, $1.83 for Bologna, $3.50 for the draw, $4.20 for Genoa. And on the table currently, Bologna find themselves in 7th spot, 3 wins and a draw in their past 5 games. While for Genoa in 18th, just the 1 victory and 2 draws for them in the past 5 games. Going to go for Bologna to get a 2-1 victory. Next game is Atalanta and Roma. 13 wins for Roma, 7 wins for Atalanta, and 6 draws. 2 wins and 2 draws for Atalanta in the past 4 games. At home, Atalanta are the favourites at $1.72, $4.20 for the draw, $3.75 for Roma. On the table, Atalanta in 4 spots, 2 wins and 2 draws for them in the past 5 games. Scoring the most goals in the division as well too, by a good 8 goals over Lazio. So just a bit inconsistency when they do slip up and get some draws or defeats. But when they win, they normally win quite big. And for Roma, for them, 1 win and 1 draw in their past 5 games there. Currently in 5th spot, 3 points behind Atalanta. This game here, going to go for Atalanta to get a 3-0 victory. Next game sees Udinese play against Verona. 4 wins for Udinese, 2 wins for Verona, and 3 draws. Udinese 4 wins and 2 draws in the past 6 matches. Odds for this match, $2.50 for Udinese, $3.10 for $2.80 for Verona. On the table, currently, Udinese find themselves in 15th spot, 1 win and a draw in the past 5 matches. While for Verona, all the way in 6th spot, would you believe it? 2 wins and 3 draws for them in the past 5 games, including just beating Juventus, getting a draw against Lazio, being promoted from last season, one of the big talking points and surprising teams for this season in Italy there. So, going to favour Verona to pick up a win here against struggling Udinese side. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for them. Next game is Sampdoria and Fiorentina. 6 wins for Sampdoria, 10 wins for Fiorentina, and 11 draws. Last 6 have seen 2 wins each and 2 draws. Odds for this game, 275 for Sampdoria, 288 for the draw, 270 for Fiorentina. On the table, Sampdoria are in 16th place, 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 matches for them. While for Fiorentina, 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 matches. So this game, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw to keep things interesting. Next match is Sassuolo and Parma. 4 wins for Parma, 2 wins for Sassuolo, and 3 draws. Parma 2 wins and a draw in the past 3 games. Odds for this match, $1.83 for Sassuolo, $3.60 for the draw, $3.75 for Parma. On the table, Sassuolo are in 12th place, 3 wins and a draw in the past 5 matches. While for Parma, they were in 9th place, 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 matches for them there. So for this game here, I'm going to go for Sassuolo to get a 2-0 victory. Next game is Juventus and Brescia. 3 wins for Juventus, 1 victory for Brescia, and a draw. 2006, 2007, 2010, 2011, and 2019 matches. Big favourites for Juventus at home here at $1.14, $7 for the draw, $15 for Brescia to pull up the upset victory. On the table, Juventus have now slid down to 2nd spot. 3 wins to go along with their 2 defeats in the past 5 games. While for Brescia, they were in 19th place, winless in their past 5 games, with just picking up 2 draws. So surely Juventus has to win this game. Going to go for a 4-0 victory, and it's also a really good chance for Ronaldo to carry on his goal-scoring streak in Serie A. Next game is Cagilari against Napoli. 13 wins for Napoli, 4 wins for Cagilari, and 6 draws. Napoli 7 wins in the past 8, with Cagilari winning the past match. And on the table, Cagilari are in 8th place, 3 draws and 2 defeats in the past 5 matches for them. And Napoli really struggling in the other season, awful in 11th place, 2 wins and 3 defeats in their past 5 games. A whopping 24 points behind the leaders Inter Milan, as they should be really challenging for the title. Instead, would have to really hope to try and even make the Europa League spots this season. So for this game here, can't trust either of these 2 sides really with their different form. Going to go for a 1-1 draw. Next game is the big game between Lazio and Inter Milan. 19 wins for Inter Milan, 11 wins for Lazio, and 5 draws. Last 3 games have seen Inter Milan win 3 games and Lazio winning 2 games. Odds for this match, 2.30 for Lazio, 3.30 for the draw, 2.88 for Inter Milan. On the table, Lazio in 3rd place, 3 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 matches. While for Inter Milan, 2 wins and 3 draws for them in the past 5 games. And Lazio only losing 2 games there this season, while Inter Milan only lost 1 single match there this season. So I think they will play it safe and get a 1-1 draw in this game here. And last up is AC Milan and Torino. 10 wins for AC Milan, 2 wins for Torino, and 11 draws. Torino 2 wins and 4 draws in the past 7 matches. AC Milan picking up the last victory there. And odds for this match, $1.53 for AC Milan, $3.75 for the draw, and $5 for Torino. On the table, AC Milan find themselves in 10th place, 3 wins and a draw in the past 5 matches for them. While for Torino, 4 defeats in a row and 1 win before that. Haven't quite made my position for this game, so I'm just going to do it live. So surely AC Milan better form recently. Big favourites at home and get the victory over Torino that's been struggling there. I'm going to go for a 3-1 scoreline for this one. And that concludes my week 24 match predictions in Serie A. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and feel free to check out all my other prediction videos if you are interested. Also did the Premier League, Scotland, Spain, Germany, Australia, and a few other random club series and Olympic videos, and French football as well too. So if you're interested, check that out. If not, feel free to come back for week 25 for predictions in Serie A. And thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below your thoughts and predictions for this week's matches, and anything else you want to discuss. It's great to hear what you have to say. Cheers.